challengers. So today we're going to talk some more about the digestive system, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about digestive woes and 7 tips for healthy digestion. 7 tips that can kind of help with some of these issues we might be having. So we focus a lot on our digestive system. I don't think I am having an outstanding circulatory day today, or my blood vessels feel amazing. You don't notice that other stuff so much unless you have issues. You don't notice it that much because we get a lot of signals from our digestive system all throughout the day, from feed me now, from time to go, gotta move some things along, gotta do some elimination, or I don't feel like working. I'm just gonna hang out here and bloat you up and clog you up. Sorry about your luck. So there's, these signals are hard to ignore. They're hard to ignore because it's very apparent what's going on in our digestive system. So we want to kind of keep the peace with our digestive tract, right? So here are some typical woes, and I had to write some notes because I'm not quite mature enough to do this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. So one of the main things that people complain about is gas, right? Gas is a normal part of digestion. Unless it's excessive, it just means that you're having a good amount of fiber and that things are working, it's functioning, right? Now, this is a part I was having trouble with because I'm a teenager maturity-wise. But anyway, most people pass gas about 14 times per day and producing a half a liter of gas. And that's the part that really tickled me, the measuring process for that, the study, I'm sorry. It's important though, because think how uncomfortable you are with that inside of you. It causes all kinds of issues, right? So that's the thing. It's normal. It happens. So what happens too is many foods with carbs in them are not completely broken down during digestion. So what happens is that the bacteria in our intestines takes over and that produces gas. And that's what's happening. So it's a fact of life, people. Anyway, so what about bloating after eating? So what that normally is that we're swallowing air while we're eating. And that can happen from eating too fast. It's such a problem for me. I do it all the time. Or talking while we're eating. So we're swallowing all this air. So we really don't want to do that if we can possibly help it, because when you're eating too fast, you're gonna overeat, right? And then swallow all this air. So you gotta really want to slow it down. Also, irregularity. That's another thing people struggle with, right? And it's another, the tricky part is you don't want to necessarily compare yourself to somebody else. Maybe you don't go every day, but you're going normally throughout the week. Once a week is not regular. We need to talk. But as long as you're feeling good and things are moving on a regular basis, you're okay. So now here are 7 tips for you, right? Number 1, get enough fiber. Now tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video about fiber, different kinds and all that good stuff, and some information on where to get it and how much is in stuff. So that'll be good. So most adults need about 25 to 30 grams of fiber, but the issue is many people are only getting about 1/3 of that. So it could be an answer for some of us already. Number 2, get good bacteria in. So I think, most of us are aware that yogurt's good for that, but other things like fermented soy products, like miso, tempeh, I think I'm saying it right. And then other things like pickles and sauerkraut. I did not see that coming. I did not know that. So I thought that was interesting. Also, you can take a probiotic. No problem. You can do that too. The next thing, number 3, for a good, healthy, functioning comfortably functioning digestive tract is taking enough fluid. You know why? The fluid causes the fiber in the foods that we're eating to swell, and that adds bulk to the contents of the intestines. It helps keep things moving smoothly. So that's good. We want to do that. Regular exercise. We all know exercise is good for so much, for so many different reasons, right? It's not just for your guns though. It's also for the smooth muscles in your digestive tract, right? That makes sense to me. Number 5, don't go too long without eating. Again, because like I was saying before, when you eat too fast, same thing, kind of the same thing. If you go too long without eating, you're probably going to eat too quickly and you're going to eat too much, right? Number 6, take your time making dietary changes, right? Like, so if you're have a lot of gas, many people are like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to cut out gassy food like beans and broccoli and things like that. So you're cutting out all these foods that are actually healthy and good for you, when you might want to, instead of cutting them out completely, just try eating smaller amounts for a few days and see how that goes, right? Then number 7, take your time eating and take your time doing your business. Take your time going to the bathroom. So take your time for eating, like we said before. If you're eating too fast, you're very likely to swallow air and eat too much. You know, it takes 20 minutes for our stomach to tell our brain that we're full. So try to slow down. And I'm saying that to me. I'm the worst. Then also, as far as going to the bathroom, like, I know it can be inconvenient. I know. It's believe me, I know. I think we all have been in situations like this. But the problem is if you wait till a convenient time, the urge may go away. Then you're beat and you may not go at all. So, you know, just, you got to go. You got to go, you got to go. So it's a human function. We all do it, to just go to the bathroom. All right, people, I hope that helps. And I hope you're more mature than me on these issues. But let's face it, it's a real thing, and it can like make or break your day. You know, it really can. So I hope that helped. And tomorrow we'll be talking about fiber. Thanks, guys.